Geometry Math Prodigy, this is Coach Saiful with your daily dose of math mastery, and today we're going to go into the final question of your assessment paper number 11. Okay, so let's do this stuff right now. The question looks a bit challenging. Okay, I saw all of your faces when we took out this question. You're like, oh my god, what is this? Okay, but chill out, relax, this is simple. Let's take a look. It says Benny made the shape of the figure below with wire. You know what's wire, right? Of course you know. And had 2 meters of wire left. Very important part, he had 2 meters of wire left over. So the shape is this, the one that looks like a T, okay? And the question is, what was the original length of the wire? So basically what they're asking us is, what amount of wire did we have at first? Okay, what's the length of wire that we had at first? And how do we find out? How do we find that out? Okay, first off, I have to tell you that I made a small mistake. Okay, this unit should actually be in meters and not in cm. So sorry about that. Okay, so therefore please change it to meters, 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 meters. Okay, so I'm gonna redraw for you this thing. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be bad. I'll draw a straight line. Okay, straight line, straight line. I'm gonna try to make it as straight as possible. Okay, can. And can. Alamak, salah. Okay, can. And down and down. Okay, similar lah. Okay, not perfect. Okay, now it says that this is 10,862. So this is 10 meters. Okay, this on the side is 8 meters. This at the bottom is 6 meters. And one more, this at the side is, oops, sorry. This at the side, what's happening to me? Here. This at the side is 2 meters. Okay. Now, what you have to understand is that this figure is actually the same, is similar. Okay, it's what's it called? Basically, what it is that it has a line of symmetry. Okay, symmetry means they are, if you were to put a line in between here, they will look the same. Okay, which means that if this is 8, this must also be 8 meters. If this is 2, this must also be 2 meters. Okay, now how do we find out this line? Okay, some of you smart ones have already figured out. You see, you will say, oh, since this is 6 meters, that means this to this is also 6 meters. So if this is 10, okay, and this is 6, what is this? Very simple. First off, we have to take 10 meters minus 6 meters, and we will get 4 meters. 4 meters will give you 2 of these. So how do I find out one of these? I simply take 4 meters divided by 2. Okay, and then I get 2 meters. So now I know this is 2 meters as well. Now do I have the whole shape of the figure? Yes, I do. Okay, so now all I have to do is just plus everything to find out what was the length of wire used to make this figure. So 10 plus 2 plus 2 plus 8 plus 6 plus 8 plus 2, never ending, plus 2, oh my god, and finally that's it. So let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, correct. Okay, so now we just add it up. 10 plus 2 gives you 12, plus 2 gives you 14, plus 8 gives you 22, plus 6 gives you 28, plus 8 gives you 36, plus 2 gives you 38, plus 2 gives you 40. So the answer is 40 meters. But just in case you don't trust my calculation, I'm going to do it now. 10 plus 2 plus 2 plus 8 plus 6 plus 8 plus 2 plus 2. 40. I'm right. 40 meters. So therefore, the amount of what's that called? The amount of the amount of wire used is 40 meters for this thing. Okay, and he had 2 meters left over, which means that the original length of wire is 40 plus 2, plus 2 gives you 42 meters. Okay, very simple. Now, the final part of the question is part B. It said, if he used the original length of the wire, which is 42 meters, and he made it into a square figure, what would be the length of the square? Okay, very good question. In other words, if he took the original length of wire, which is 42 meters, and he were to make it into a square, what would have happened? This length is actually the same as this length, as this length, as this length, because as you know, squares have equal sides. So how do we find out each length if we use all the wire? So that means this whole thing, I'm just going to draw again for you, which means that this whole line from here to here to here to here is actually what? 42 meters. And there are how many lengths? There are 4 lengths. So how do I find out one length? I simply divide it by 4. Okay? If you remember how to do your division, okay, I think you're going to have a bit problem here, but I'm just going to show you how to do this properly. 42 divide by 4. Okay, so what times 4 gives you 4? The answer is 1. So I minus 4, I get 0. And I bring down the 2. Okay, now here's the little problem. What times 4 gives you 2? You don't know, so it becomes 10. So you 0, so you put minus 0 and you're left with 2. Now what do you do when you want to finish? You can either put remainder 2, but what we do know is we can bring down, we can put a decimal point here, and we can, when we put a decimal point, we immediately put a 0. So what times 4 gives you 20? The answer is 10.5. So the answer is 10.5. So minus 20, you get 0. So the answer is 10.5 cm. Okay? So this is something you have to learn, division and using decimals together. Alright? So if you got this one right, I'm very proud of you because you are a math prodigy. Good job. And finally, that brings me to the quote of the week. And the quote of the week is, just because the goalkeeper is standing in front of you, please, doesn't mean you can't score. You definitely can score. In fact, some of the best goals I've seen in soccer are those where the goalkeeper was superbly amazing and the striker had to find amazing ways to beat that goalkeeper. So trust me, it can be done. In fact, it can be done in style. Alright, with that, this is Coach Saiful signing off saying you are a math prodigy. Good job.